Welcome to RemoteHQ. Today I'm going to give you an overview of the main view of the software. What you're currently looking at is all the forestry notifications that have been submitted since the National Environmental Standards for Plantation Forestry came out in 2018 for the Marlborough region. These forestry blocks have been visualized by compliance status. To see what each color represents, you can open the map legend by clicking the key icon in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. As you can see, there are several green and orange markers amongst all the blue markers. These show us that some of the blocks are compliant and some of the blocks are non-compliant amongst all the blocks that have not yet been assessed. Let's take a closer look at what the pulsing icons are telling us by toggling on a minimalist base map to better visualize our data. The base maps can be accessed in the Layers menu in the top left-hand corner. As you can see, there's a group called Base Maps. Let's click on that. This shows us a number of different base maps available for use. Let's toggle on the minimalist base map. As you can see, there's a number of different pulsing icons across the region. These represent blocks where forestry operations such as harvesting or earthworks are meant to be taking place based on the start and end dates provided in the submitted notifications. In order to avoid spending unnecessary time navigating between external tools, RemoteHQ includes a number of NESPF related layers. These can be accessed through the Layers menu in the top left-hand corner. Let's look at the erosion susceptibility classification layer. As you can see, there are a number of different ESC classes. Using the transparency slider, we can compare these with the underlying vegetation and with the forestry blocks. There are also a number of different layers, including the New Zealand freshwater fish spawning database and a number of migratory fish spawning habitat layers. To help evaluate where forestry operations are occurring near vulnerable habitats, we've included a couple of layers under the Marlborough Regional Layers group, such as significant wetlands, indicative rivers, and indicative riverbeds. RemoteHQ offers a number of simple options to filter, sort, and find forestry blocks that are of interest to you. All of these options can be found in the search menu in the top left-hand corner of the screen. The first of these options is the search menu, which allows you to search by block name or consent number. As you can see, the menu items have been restricted. Hovering over these items gives you some high-level detail in a pop-up. These pop-ups can be shown by hovering over the marker on the map. Clicking on the item in the menu navigates you directly to the block, making it quick and easy to find when looking at a number of different options. We can also filter all the blocks by compliance status. Clicking on the compliance status filter shows that the current operations are the pulsing icons. We can restrict what's viewed on the map by clicking on the labels. As you can see, there are a number of compliant blocks in the region. These can be seen here in the menu. Clicking on non-compliant shows us where all the non-compliant blocks are in the region. We can also sort blocks alphabetically, as well as by consent number, which allows us to look at the oldest and the newest blocks, depending on what we're interested in.